Okay, so today we're going to be looking at the Garmin Delta Sport XC. This is the model with the bar control unit in it as well. So we often get asked for a remote trainer that does have a bar collar in it too. This is one of the models that actually allow us to use the same system for both situations when it comes to controlling your dog. This unit here has a range of 1200 meters. Okay, it's fully waterproof. It has a rechargeable batteries in it. It has a fast charge of 2 to 3 hours on the charging system as well. Okay, it's a very sturdy unit. The collar itself, if you're looking at the box of it, is quite a small and light collar. We would use this system from dogs anywhere from sort of 5 kilos upwards from there. It's a good all-round system. Great for working dogs. So if we have a closer look at the handpiece itself, you have your on-off button here on the side, on the top left side. That also controls your bar collar at the same time. We have our mode button down here on the bottom left. That cycles through your training functions. On the right hand side up the top, the arrows upward and down, they basically look after your strength of your stimulation, as well as your selector for your collars on this side as well. So this system here, you can run up to 3 collars on it. So 3 collars can be paired, and it can run all 3 collars off this one handpiece. So to turn the system on, obviously we're just holding the finger onto the power button. Right, and then you'll see the LCD screen come up. You've got your battery level on the side, as well as the number in there will tell you what strength your static stimulation is on, as well as the bar. You'll see we have a blue, black and red bar. So at the moment it is on the black bar, which is paired to your black collar. So from there we're turning on the receiver by holding the finger down. Two beeps turns the receiver on. Okay, now once we've got it all turned on, you can then cycle through your mode buttons. So the great thing about the Delta the Delta Sport XC is that it's very customizable. These 3 buttons can be changed depending on what sort of modes that you want to use it on. So at the moment, if you see the lettering on the LCD screen, it says T, V and M. So T means tone, so the top button will be a tone. The middle button will be V for vibrate, like so, and then M means momentary stimulation, which will give a split second of stimulation. From there we can just toggle through the modes, and each time you toggle through, the letters will change on the LCD screen. So now we are on, what are we on there? We're on tone, continuous and momentary. Okay, so you've got tone for the top button, right? From there you have your continuous, which is basically holding your finger on that button will give continuous static stimulation for as long as you're holding your finger on that button. Then momentary. So each time you cycle through a mode will change your training setup to be able to customize those buttons for how you would like them. Okay, if you want to turn your collar into barking mode from there, and this turns this collar into a bar control collar, essentially what you want to do is just press this on-off button again, right? And once it goes to the U with that setup and there's no lettering underneath, that basically puts it into its bar control setup mode. See the bark icon come up on the LCD screen. So you can then set between vibration. So the U is actually supposed to be a V for vibrating, so that'll vibrate the collar. You then press the arrow up, and that will then set it to auto rise, so you'll have an A in the LCD screen. Okay, when that's on A, that's an auto rise function, so it will then automatically increase the level of stimulation as your dog's trying to bark through it to find the right setting to have the right level of stimulation for each individual dog. We then can go up from there, hitting the up arrow, and then that will set it to a manually set stimulation. That'll go anywhere from 1 all the way up to 18, level 18. Most of the time, most dogs you'd be looking anywhere sort of around that 4, 5 mark for your bark setting, but it's just a matter of finding the right level for each individual dog. Okay, so at the moment, as you can see, we're on level 2 and we're in bark mode. Okay, so from there, if we press the on-off button one more time, it will then go from your bark mode to your bark and train. So as the bar stops flashing, it'll lock into position, and as you can see now, we're on level 6, but we're in bark mode. Okay, and having the letters down on the LCD screen is now showing that we're back into training mode as well. So we've now got tone, we have vibration that just vibrated through there, and then momentary stimulation, while at the same time being a bark collar, which is a fantastic little feature of this unit. So from there, if we want to just take it out of bark mode, we're pressing the the on-off button with the bark icon next to it again, and what will happen there is you'll see that once the light goes out, you'll see that the bark icon has disappeared from our LCD screen, which is then just turning it straight back into your remote training mode, tone, vibrate, and then momentary stimulation from there. The great thing about the Delta Sport XC as well is that it is expandable to 3 dogs. You can run 3 dogs off this one system. Okay, so your LCD screen will basically tell you what collars are paired to it. So straight out of the box, it comes with a collar with a black strap. Okay, that is automatically paired. You can then purchase extra collars as needed. And they will come with either a blue strap or a red strap that is color coded to what's on your handpiece. Okay, bearing in mind that when you do purchase a second or a third collar, that it does need to be paired with this unit. We'll take you through a pairing video at a later stage. So the Delta Sport XC is a fantastic unit. It's great for working dogs, great for most dogs basically, anywhere sort of in that small to mid range. Okay, 1200 meter range on the range of the actual unit. Bearing in mind, in real terms, with obstacles and things like that, you'd probably be looking realistically about 2/3 of that. In conclusion, the Delta Sport XC is a fantastic unit. It does have the versatility of being a bar control collar as well as a remote trainer. That's probably one of the biggest things with this unit. We get asked that all the time. Most of the time we do have to sell 2 separate collars to do those two separate jobs, but luckily enough within this Delta Sport XC, it does have the ability to do both, which is a fantastic feature. 1200 meter range, waterproof, fast charge batteries. It is expandable out to three collars, so you can run the 3 collars off this one hand unit. It's a fantastic little unit to get. Anywhere from small dogs, medium dogs, working dogs. It's a fantastic all-round remote trainer plus bar control collar.